things that piss me off about Star Wars 2 piss me off more than the things that piss me off in Star Wars 1.
I think
It's
Star
better.
Wars 1 has
It's
nothing
better on
going
both
for it
counts.
except
It's
Darth
better on
Maul.
Star Wars 1 is better. Eat a dick.
Darth Maul is the only reason this is a conversation. Without Darth Maul, that movie is shit. Take one character out of Star Wars 2 and the movie's still watchable. Star Wars 1, you take Darth Maul out, you got nothing.
That's not true. All right, there you go. This is episode 30. Me and Ben agreed that on the 10 episodes, we're going to do special stuff. So this one is just designed for us to fight.
Stuff.
Fun stuff. This one's just designed for us to
Fun
fight.
stuff.
So as attracted men that love movies and know movies, me and Ben are both very versed.
Chad is attractive. Chad is definitely attractive, but his movie knowledge is questionable with his stance on this one.
No, you know, I think everyone's going to agree with me, actually. I think you're going to be on my
I
side here.
disagree.
So me and Ben both love Star Wars. We both agree that the worst Star Wars movie is Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. We hate that movie. But in the next spot, that's where the disagreement starts. So Ben thinks that the next worst to last Star Wars movie is Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And I think that worse than that movie is Star Wars Episode 2, Attack the Clones. So how do you want to do this, Ben? You want to give an argument? You want me to go first? You want to just fucking fight and shit show?
Before we start, we have to acknowledge that we both agree that 1 and 2 are one of the worst Star Wars movies ever made. We both agree.
Both bad.
Like, they're both bottom of the 9.
Yeah.
They're both, like, definitely. Number 9 pissed me off so bad after I left the movie. So it's just out of hate. But I think in that bottom, in that 7 and 8 spot, we both agree it's 1 and 2. In no particular order. Obviously, 1 is, the second worst one, obviously.
I mean, 2 is worse than 1.
That is not true at all.
2 is worse than 1. And
No
we all know
one.
it.
The popular opinion does not agree with you, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Based on what?
Leading into my next argument. If the court would like to proceed.
Yeah, fuck it. You go. I'll go second.
So, Chad Duckenfield, would you...
Don't fucking dox me, okay? You're making work for me in the editing room.
I know. Would you agree that most... How would I phrase this? If majority of movie review sites rank a movie higher than another movie, majority, would that movie be better?
No, I don't think so.
Let me rephrase. Would the popular opinion think that movie is better?
I'd slant it towards IMDb, but in general, sure.
So, funny you bring that up. Well. So I'm looking at Metacritic, I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes, I'm looking at IMDb, I'm looking at Google Review. Every single review site has Star Wars 2 ahead of Star Wars 1. And yeah, you can look it up. I see you looking to the side. You're looking it up right now, and I am right. Spoiler alert. Yep.
I'll take your word for it.
I did my research. I'll tell you right now. I don't care.
I'm coming in cold.
Star Wars 2, IMDb has a 6.6 out of 10. Star Wars 1, IMDb has a 6.5 out of 10. Star Wars 2, Rotten Tomatoes has a 62%. Star Wars 1 has a 54%. Star Wars 2, Metacritic has a 54%. Star Wars 1 has a 51%. So, majority of everybody on this planet agrees that Star Wars 2 is better than Star Wars 1. And that's not even talking about the movie. That's just talking about what people think. All right? I can get into why Star Wars 2 is better.
I'll put a poll in the comment section when this episode comes out. Listen, and that obviously that poll is the most important poll. It's the one that matters the most. And fuck all the other shit. All right? None of that matters.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't matter to anybody. But listen, I disagree with them. They're fucking wrong. What do you want me to say?
I want you to tell me why you disagree.
Oh, you want me to go first? Okay. So first of all, I think that Star Wars 2 got dealt a very rough hand. A lot of Star Wars 1 being better to me is a function of it being set up by great trilogy, episode 4, 5, and 6, one of the greatest trilogies ever. And Star Wars 2 got set up by Star Wars 1, which is a shit movie. Star Wars 1, the best thing it has going for it is that if I took like 10 minutes and talked like through the plot of Star Wars 1, without getting into details, you'd be like, you know what, that sounds like a good movie. And they'd be like, yeah, it's great, don't watch it. But
Wait,
if
what?
we start
I disagree with that. Star Wars 1 plot is so shallow.
But if we start getting into details, we're like, well, how old is Anakin actually? It's like, well, dude, shut the fuck up. It's like, dude, do the aliens have like some racist ass accents? It's like, hey, no, fuck you. It's like, is there a character called Jar Jar Binks that really shouldn't be in any kind of movie? It was a terrible idea. No, fuck you. That didn't happen. I'm talking about the abstract plot. Is there like 40 minutes of the movie where like fucking nothing happens? No, it's fast paced and it's great. Yeah. So that definitely exists. But first of all, they're always on sets. 2, ABC plot, classic plot structure. 3, the ending with Duel of the Fates and Darth Maul. Badass. Duel of the Fates is one of the best songs in any movies.
That is the only thing that Star Wars 1 has going for it.
What Star Wars 2 has going for it, first of all, the ending in 2 is okay. But first of all, it hasn't aged terribly well because we got like the better version of the Obi-Wan and Anakin Count Dooku fight in 3. We got the better version of the Yoda fight in 3. So that kind of is rough for 2 because it doesn't age super well. The Jedi all coming together and having a big thing, and then Yoda coming in with the cavalry, that's cool. But I like Duel of the Fates a lot more. And also, and the number one thing that 2 has going for it for me is it really shows off what George Lucas is best at, which he's best at villains and he's best at environments. So you get Count Dooku, who's a badass villain, and you get really good environments. So like in 1, and you get some of that in 1 too. You get like the Coruscant city planet. In 2, you get like Kamino, which is just a planet of water and rain. You get Geonosis, which is like a big rocky planet. You get more of Tatooine.
Star Wars 2 expands the universe so much more because the planets are so much cooler than the first one. That is the big thing that people overlook.
And well, Star Wars 1 had Coruscant first of all. And secondly, Star Wars 1 is not dealing with the fucking Anakin Padme romance. Okay, 3 is still not great, but Hayden Christensen is a lot better in 3 than he is in 2. And the romance is ridiculous and crazy and makes no sense. Yes, the details in Star Wars 1 really are distracting and really drag the movie down. But first of all, there's another like hour or 50 minutes in Star Wars 2 where not a goddamn thing happens because George Lucas can't balance a script. And 2, Anakin and Padme have no chemistry, and their writing and fucking dialogue is garbage, and it doesn't even make any sense because like at one point Anakin's like, I massacred all the men and the women and the children and they all die, and Padme's like, oh my god, you're so hot, I love you.
That's not anything. That's not what happened.
That is absolutely what fucking happened.
He is showing his anger issues. And she's comforting him. She's not like, oh my god, I'll put a baby
his
in
anger issues, he just like killed other people.
Oh my god. Are we talking about the things we hate more in Star Wars 1 and 2, or the things that makes it better than the other?
I think the things in Star Wars 1 that make it better are better than what's in Star Wars 2, and the things that piss me off about Star Wars 2 piss me off more than the things that piss me off in Star Wars 1.
I think Star Wars 1 has nothing going for it except Darth Maul.
It's better on both of them. On both of those counts, Star Wars 1 is better. Eat a dick.
Star Wars 1, Darth Maul is the only reason this is a conversation. Without Darth Maul, that movie is shit. Take one character out of Star Wars 2 and the movie's still watchable. Star Wars 1, you take Darth Maul out, you got nothing.
That's not true. Pod racing was cool. Bitch.
The CGI was absolutely ass in pod racing.
Oh, because the CGI in Star Wars 2 is so good.
Yes.
At least in Star Wars.
The CGI in Star Wars 2 is so much better.
No, the fuck it is not. At least in Star Wars 1.
CGI in Star Wars 2 is better than Star Wars 1. The CGI is better in Star Wars 2.
In Star Wars 1, they're actually like real sets and shit. In Star Wars 2, they're always in the fucking green screen and the little box and everything. Yeah, the sets don't fucking have CGI. Oh, yeah, better than no CGI. Listen, no, there's no CGI, which is better than the garbage CGI in Star Wars 2.
Pod racing. Pod racing.
Pod racing. Pod racing was badass. That was a good ass scene.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
it was bad. You were in the ass. It was bad.
Fuck you. That was a good ass scene.
The CGI. You have a guy going like, a CGI and 4, 5, and 6 are better than the pod racing in Star Wars 1.
Okay, but 4, 5, and 6 is not like, I'm not arguing that. They're all good. 4, 5, and 6 are great
but you're
movies.
talking about sets versus CGI. How was the CGI in 1980 Better than the CGI in 2000.
The CGI in 4, 5, and 6 is also better than the CGI in 2. CGI in 3,
No,
they did
I
a decent
disagree.
job, so I'll leave it alone. But
CGI in 2. The CGI in 2 was okay. The CGI in 2 was okay. That was the best thing. That was one of the best things they had going for them. The CGI and the visuals were actually pretty fucking cool. Yes. And your point, the Yoda Count Dooku lightsaber scene is better than the Yoda and the Emperor scene in 3. All right? That's
I
just
think
what it
that's
is.
right.
I
I
yes,
don't agree
yes.
with that. The
The
Yoda
Yoda
Emperor
Count
scene
Dooku,
is pretty kick ass.
but it's better than the Palpatine scene in Yoda. It is. It just is.
You think so? I don't agree with
And
that. I really like that. I
without
think that scene's pretty cool.
that's just I love that scene so much, the Count Dooku Yoda. And without
Best thing that,
without 2,
unironically,
God damn it, it just splashed into my eye. Without 2, Clone Wars is not even a thing.
who
Clone
fucking cares? That is not what this is
Who
about.
cares?
doesn't
The
make it a better
entire Star
movie.
Wars fan base. Because they set up Count Dooku, and then they completely wasted Count Dooku in 3. I'm sorry, like what the fuck were they? Come on. Count Dooku is
Yeah. But that
such
was
a
a good scene.
badass villain.
The
But
best thing the
the
prequels have
Clone
going for
Wars,
them is the action.
Count Dooku is nothing without Star Wars 2 and the Clone Wars. There's more
Yeah, that's true.
lightsabers. There's more lightsabers in 2 than 1. And I think everybody can agree, the more the better. The more lightsabers you have, the more Jedi you have, the better the movie, the cooler the movie
No,
is.
shut the fuck up. You're
Yes.
so fucking stupid.
No.
You want to compare the stories?
We can compare the stories. Tell me the
We should
story in
compare
1.
the stories.
Tell me the story in 1. Tell me the story in 1.
Sure. So there's a blockade around a planet. They send Jedi up to be like, hey, what the fuck's going on? And then they try and kill the Jedi. They're like, oh shit, we gotta fucking run. They're taking hostages. They grab the queen. They get out of there. They get their shit fucked up, and they have to go find Anakin, and then nothing happens for a while.
You mean they grabbed the fake queen?
They grab the real queen, but she looks different.
The real and the fake queen.
They have pod racing. They go to the government, and they're like, hey, help us out. And
Yeah,
the Trade
he-
Federation's
hey,
like, what?
he
We're not
glossed over
doing
pod
what? We're
racing.
not doing anything. We're not
Why,
doing anything.
hold
The
on.
government's like,
Let's go back to the story. Let's go over pod racing. Why the fuck is pod racing a thing? Tell me about pod
because we
racing.
have to introduce Anakin and C-3PO.
Okay.
Introduce the amazing legend that is C-3PO.
Yeah.
I won an Oscar, by the way, for being
The
C-3PO. What an
C-3PO that is
amazing
in
guy.
wires. The wire C-3PO. Nothing else
Yeah,
but
because he doesn't have
wires.
plates on him yet. Oh,
And then we have to
C-3PO.
introduce Anakin for the pod racing. Why? Why?
Because they had to
Why do we
fix the
have to-
ship. And
Yeah, but why
Qui-Gon had
pod
to see
racing?
that Anakin had so many fucking, his midichlorian dick was bigger than everyone else's around.
There's the story that I know.
There's the story. The midichlorians. So they got Anakin. They get like, hey, government, help us out. Government's like, and the other people are like, hey, no, we're not doing shit, bro. We're not doing shit. And they was like, we'll send an investigation. And they're like, fuck your fucking president. Give me a new president. And they make the new president. And then they go back and they have a big fight. And it's a cool ass fight. And you've got all the fucking special needs kids fighting the droids. And you've got all the fucking cool people fighting some more droids. And then you have the ass fight between Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Maul. And it's kick-ass. And
That
then
is
Anakin
the only thing you have. Well, I will
And
not
then-
argue that because that is the only thing that one has. Because you said, oh, the cool fights. I'm like, no, not cool. Not cool. The cool pod racing scene, not cool. Not cool.
No, you're coping.
Badass fight, yeah.
You're coping. Well, you know what I'm gonna say? That like
Pod
another reason that I
racing?
hate. Now this is pod racing. I will say another reason that I fucking hate 1 is that they kind of do like a parallel thing where like, you know, in 4 Luke has to like tap into the Force and nails the one shot that they had to steal the planet and there's no way they're getting it to blow up the Death Star, and it's a really cool moment. In 1, they take like Anakin, who's supposed to be like the best star pilot anyone's ever seen, and and there's like all real star pilots trying to fuck this mothership up, and Anakin like kind of like accidentally like fucks himself away all around the
Cancel.
shut up, fucks himself all the way around the thing, can't do anything, and then like just torpedoes. I'm like, oh shit, I blew it up. Did I do it? I was like, that's fucking annoying. That's another reason I don't like this movie. How much do you love the romance in 2, Ben?
Hey, how much you love Jar Jar Binks in 1? We could do this all day.
We can't. First of all, we're not Captain
Yeah,
America.
we can.
No, like, that is not the same thing. The romance
Yes,
in 2,
Equally
there's the main plot
as annoying.
line.
equally
It's the
as
main plot
annoying.
line. It's the
not
main
the main
plot
plot
line.
line. It's not
It
the
is
main
the main
plot
plot
line.
line. It's got like
No.
an hour of screen time.
What? Hey, the purpose of 2 is better than the purpose of 1. The only purpose of 1 had was introducing Anakin and Obi-Wan. Nothing else. Because no one else was brought back. No one else was brought back.
You know, Avengers 2 sets up more than any of the other. How about this?
2 set up 3. 2 set up the clone takeover. 2 set up Palpatine. Dude, Mace Windu.
Setting up more things doesn't make it a better movie.
It makes the story better.
Really?
Which is that's what we were talking about.
Question. Avengers 2 sets up more than any of the other Avengers movies. Is it the best one?
That's not the same thing.
That is the same thing. It sets up so much more, you bitch. It sets up so much more than the other ones.
No, because it's the story. Because the story and the movie is just better. Because the first Avengers movie was just better. But the Avengers
the first Star Wars movie is just better. Star Wars 1 is just better. Star Wars 2
Avengers 2 did not set up Thanos, by the way. Avengers 1 did. Who was the main villain in Endgame?
Avengers 2 set up Black Panther. Avengers 2 set up Thor Ragnarok. Avengers 2 set up Civil War.
Avengers 1 set up the main villain.
Star Wars 1 set up Darth Vader. One of the greatest villains in the history of set up Darth Vader. Introduced Darth Vader.
No.
Boom.
Actually, funny you bring that up. Star Wars 2 introduced why he will eventually become Darth Vader because of his anger issues, because his deal, because of the love story that everyone loves. But as soon as he loses Padme, that's why he becomes Darth Vader. It set that up. You're losing this argument.
Yeah, is that what I'm losing? But why does he not get it set up? And the first one, he's like, "Are you an angel?" He's setting it up. He's in love with her.
In the first
and his love sends him to the dark side.
Did you just hear yourself say word for word what it said in the movie? With the first...
I'm sorry, you know what? I'm going to pull up the I'm sorry, let me do 2. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating. And it gets everywhere.
We can go back and forth with the script all day about 1 and 2 because we can do so much. How do you make a Star Wars movie that bad after 4, 5, and 6?
Bad.
How do you not make a good
script? So bad. They're not good.
They really aren't. I don't know how you fuck it up that much. Thank God.
And then Kathleen Kennedy did it worse.
Jeez, thank God.
3 was better for sure. Still not great, but like the first, they were so bad.
I would say good, not great. I would say good, not great, because what they were working with, 1 and 2.
It was passable. I will say the best thing the prequels had going for them is the action, and 3 had all the best action in it. Well, actually, Darth Maul's in 1, but 3 had like Anakin and Obi-Wan, which was kick-ass. It had great Yoda fight. General Grievous was cool. It had a better Count Dooku fight, like all kinds of cool shit.
They fucked up Grievous, though. Watching General Grievous in the Clone Wars, dude, General Grievous is like actually probably should have been the Count Dooku bad guy instead of Count Dooku. You know, because
General liked him more than Count Dooku.
Dude, General Grievous was like he would kill Jedi just for fun. Dude was a psychopath. They had so much potential for General Grievous.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah.
But
new Star Wars movie coming out potentially. With Mando and Grogu.
It is. I don't know why you make that a movie and not a TV show. I mean, I think they're gonna probably bank on. I think they're probably gonna bank on everything that's already been set up with Grogu and Mando. But I don't know what's important enough for them to, or what mission is important enough for them to explore in a movie, in a 2-hour movie. You know?
There's no Darksaber anymore. I mean, if you find something, I want Pedro Pascal to make more money, so there's that.
Yeah.
And
hopefully he gets anxiety and Grogu just starts jerking him off.
I will say, I was kind of burned by season 3 of The Mandalorian. I didn't like it that much.
It was definitely the worst.
I wanted to like it more, and then it just. And I'm easy to please, so you guys fucked that up.
It was definitely the worst season. I don't know. Nothing beats season 1 for me. I think they did season 1 perfectly.
Season 1 was good. Season 1 was good. There's some spotty CGI, but apart from that, it's really good. I actually saw. Never mind. I'll tell you that off camera. All right. That's our fight. That was episode 30. What should we do for episode 40 when we get there? What should be our fun thing we do then? Because that was
Yeah.
kind of fun screaming match that we
We
had.
mentioned
And vote
Avengers.
in the poll. Vote in the poll about who
Please
won
vote.
and then
And,
which movie's better, and say that I won
hey,
because
bias aside, you know who to vote for. You know who was right.
you know who won. You know
who was right. The
Star
general
Wars
population
1 is
doesn't
better.
lie. Look it up.
Don't
and
be
see
a
if
normie.
you're
Don't look
going
it up.
against the.
You know what you can do? You can go watch the movies. You can go watch the movies.
Hey, if the general vote, if the general population wants something, they're gonna get it.
I'm gonna bot the fuck out of this poll.
Are we still talking about Star